If you see a combination, if you see pattern of movement, if you see footwork, you see a transition, you see a specific submission, it's not enough to see it. You have to drill it. You have to drill it thousands upon thousands of times until it becomes natural and until it becomes muscle memory. You can't be thinking about throwing something or moving somewhere or transitioning somewhere until you can do it so smoothly and automatically where you move and then you look back and it's like, oh shit, I just did that. It has to be so natural and so smooth and so automatic that you cannot think about doing it ahead of time. You only think about it looking back, realizing that you just did it. And that's how you execute in the fight when the adrenaline is flowing and you are in a high stress situation. Your thought process is gone. You are basically executing everything on automatic, on muscle memory. So when you see a combination, when you see something that you liked, break the movement down, drill individual movements and begin to piece them together, and then drill it non-stop over and over and over again until it becomes natural and smooth and you're just automatically throwing when you need to. So how do you know what to drill so you don't waste your time on inefficient movement or on combinations and strikes that don't add up to anything? They just look flashy, but in the end, they don't actually cause any damage and they put you in a very bad position so you can get countered or get knocked out. And the key is to drill high percentage strikes and high percentage combinations, the ones that actually finish fights. And I'm not talking about the highlights, the crazy highlights that you often see, spinning back kicks or flying knees. Those are flashy things that were set up by the fundamentals and by the highest percentage strikes that allow that to happen. So 90% of your time needs to be drilling combinations and strikes that are your fundamentals and your essentials. The ones that constantly land and the ones that will always set you up for a power shot and set you up for a KO, for a TKO. And that's, again, that's your fundamentals. It's your jab, it's your cross, it's your hook, uppercut from both sides, from both stances. There's about maybe 25 different combinations that utilize all those punches. 1-punch combos, 2, 3, and 4-punch combos, incorporating footwork, incorporating head movement, and doing this all at the same time with your striking and with your combinations. And those are the ones that create openings, and those are the ones that end fights. So 90% of the time, should be drilling your fundamentals, your essential strikes, your clean, crisp boxing, making it faster, making it smoother, incorporating footwork into striking, incorporating head movement. If you are kicking, then you have your front kicks, your side kicks, your roundhouse kicks. So 90% of your drilling should be your combinations, your essential fundamental combinations, and your essential fundamental strikes. And the other 10%, that's where you explore different strikes, maybe flashy movements, low percentage movements, just for fun, just to keep it light, so that way you can kind of explore areas and explore movement that you usually don't do. And that is how you become good. That's how you can become unbeatable, and that's how you can have the longevity if you have those fundamentals and essentials down so well that you can execute them when you're younger, when you're mid-age, and when you're older. They will always be there for you, and the flashy stuff is just icing on top. A majority of my drilling in shadow boxing, on the bag, on a speed bag, are those fundamentals. And I just simply put them on rotate, and eventually I complete the circle by drilling all those different combinations, all those different strikes, continuously mastering and continuously improving my speed, my whip, incorporating all the components of fighting, including head movement, including footwork, everything combined together. And for the few of you who are ready to take the deep dive, I have a program, Fundamental 4, which are going to teach you the 4 fundamental strikes and 8 fundamental combinations that you can begin to drill every time you train, so you can begin to master those movements and those combinations, and you can be very natural and flow with them, and when the time comes, you can execute them on muscle memory automatically. It's the first volume of the striking fundamentals, and it will teach you the 4 strikes that you need to know about and the 8 full combinations that you can begin to incorporate into drilling and begin to master them.